What's good, everybody? I'm Stephen Matembu. We have Dominic Tor, and as always, we are marveling the madness. How are we doing?
I'm doing all right. I've never noticed before that you say "What's good, everybody." I've not heard that expression before. I think you've changed an expression. Anyway, I'm good. You?
Hey, to ruin my intro. There's just no need. You just could have said, "Yep, good." Move along. Just now you have to just criticize me. You know what? Next time you just do the intro.
No, I like it. I think that could be a new catchphrase. What's
It's.
good, everybody?
I feel like I've said it a million times. Well,
I
maybe
think you
not.
have. I think I've just never noticed before.
This guy, man.
Anyway,
Unbelievable. Just ruined my whole flow and everything. Jeez.
uh,
Hey,
it's
how
come
are
on.
you?
I'm good, mate. I'm good. It's been a busy couple of weeks. We've not been very prolific with our videos because we've both been busy. But yeah, I'm doing all right. How are you?
Yeah, we're here. We're doing it. It's getting done. That's all that matters. It's getting done. How
Things are
about you?
happening.
Hey, slowly but surely. It's like what's it? The tortoise and the hare. Keep running along.
We're both just the tortoise. That's the problem.
Yeah, but it wins in the end.
That's true.
So, which is still it's one of the dumbest stories. I get the story, like the thing behind it, but still one of the dumbest stories. I'll stand by it. Anywho, let's do something we've not been able to talk about for a while. Let's because obviously it's World Cup, Rugby World Cup. There's been
It
a lot of
is.
good games.
Yeah, there's not been that many like top quality games yet.
I
As
feel
in,
like what are you talking about?
don't get me wrong, like Scotland versus South Africa was all right. New Zealand versus France was all right, but Fiji versus Australia, now that was a good game.
Oh, see, I feel like you missed two. Okay, there's that one, but I feel like you missed Fiji. Who's it? Fiji versus Wales.
Yeah, I think that was a good
That
game.
was unbelievable. Like it was so close. Unfortunately, you knocked it on. All you have to do is just run it across the line, and they probably would have won that game. But yeah, I felt sorry for them. But yeah, they're still in contention. They're still in the running. So yeah, I really loved it at the minute. But like I say, the top teams are obviously just doing what they need to do, more or less bulldozing, except for New Zealand. Their first game, not as good as I thought it was going to be. I thought they would
No,
have put up a bit more of a fight.
yeah, they were a bit well, just taken to the cleaners really a little bit. Not fully, like they it
They
was
were
close.
there,
It was
but
close.
it's not often you can say New Zealand were mediocre.
No, but it was the first game of the World Cup, so you got to give them a bit of chance. I still stand by. This is my prediction for the World Cup. I think it'll be a South Africa France final, and I think I actually think, and this is wrong because they're two of the best teams in the world, but I think New Zealand and Ireland are going to go out in the quarterfinals because they've got to play. They're going to play South Africa and France, and that should be the semi-finals. That in truth, that is the semi-finals.
That would be pretty cool. That
But
would be pretty cool because that is our next game anyway. So it's kind of like you having a cup final before you have the cup final because so I say South Africa's got Ireland. I think it's this weekend, so that'll be an interesting game.
yeah,
Obviously, we both still go through anyway, so it doesn't really matter win or lose, but it's more just for pride's sake.
well, I've got you down for winning because I think because if you win, you'll then play New Zealand in the quarterfinals, I think,
Mm.
and then
And
Ireland will play France.
we smoked them in the friendly.
So, and then my gut feeling is that you'll France and you will win, and then you'll both go through to the semi-finals, which will then you'll both get through to the finals. So
Mm.
that's my gut feeling at the moment.
That is good.
By some miracle, England may well get to the semi-finals because their side of the pool is particularly weak.
True. Although watching their game, I'm not sure if you watched it on Sunday. I don't know. I can't speak for everyone. I found even though they won in a slightly better fashion, so boring.
I watched for like 5 minutes, but it was late and I didn't want to like hog the TV at that time on a Sunday night. I spent some time with my wife, so I didn't watch it. But I watched
Mm.
it for like 5 minutes. I was like, I'm quite happy to turn it off now, darling.
Yeah, it was so boring. I'm like, they're winning, man. Like there was no joy in the game for me. I just felt like I wasted 80 minutes of my life.
Yeah.
Ugh, what a
Now
waste. Could be doing anything else.
I am a Leicester Tigers fan, so we haven't always played the most exciting rugby, but there has to be a recognition. I know ultimately for like the team, as in the players and the staff, all that matters is winning. But actually, if you want to attract like spectators and neutrals and make the game big enough so that you can keep getting your wages paid, then actually we need to make sure the game's entertaining as well and safe. Because obviously
Yes,
head injuries are a major issue at the moment.
which is quite weird. Like, you go back a game beforehand, and one of the most entertaining games for that week.
Yeah, but that's because we had a player sent off. Maybe we just need a player sent off more often.
But yeah, because then I feel like it makes you a bit more creative. Like, you're just like, oh, we have to win it all means, so we might as well try some things. And if it doesn't work, then at least you can say we tried.
Maybe we should just try it. Like every game, we should have like what they should do is before the game, there should be like every team has to do a draw, and so there's like different things in a hat. So it can be like your number 10 must be played by a forward. You're only allowed 14 players on the pitch, so everyone draws something out of the hat, and each team has a disadvantage or something random happened. That would make it more exciting.
It would. I don't think you'd win, but yeah, in terms of entertainment value, fair. I mean, I suppose if it's like the last game and you know you're not going through anyway, I feel like why not?
No, I think both teams should have to do it. Like
Mm,
one team might lose a player, and the other team might have a number 8 playing as their number 10. It'd be beautiful.
I feel that kind of happened during the South African game, not to that degree. They were just like chopping and changing and seeing how like certain positions could work. Because we had a few injuries now, and we're also getting back Andre Pollard. So
Yeah.
good times.
Although they reckon
That's where we're like losing a lot of points because we're scoring, but we're not converting as much, which is kind of annoying.
They didn't seem to think he's going to be in the game this weekend, did they? For some reason.
Yeah, I don't think he might, I don't think he'll be in this one because they've already released the team sheet and I didn't see his name. I mean, I only scanned it quickly. But yeah, obviously he'll be there the week after, whatever.
Best for the weekend, anyway.
Yeah, well, I imagine he's there now training anyway. I can imagine because that would just make sense. But I don't think he'll play next unless he's on as a sub. I didn't really look at subs. I don't know.
I don't see it.
But yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, I think Fiji is slowly becoming one of my favorite. Like, I feel like they're kind of underrated.
I think everyone's. I heard them say on the commentary at the weekend that everyone's second team. Everyone loves Fiji and wants them to do well.
Just because they push so hard every time, like they play with the heart on their sleeves. You just want them to win because you know they probably shouldn't, but they just somehow just always find a way. Except for the obviously the way game, which they were really like unlucky.
Yeah, they're a really good team now. They've got some really, really good players. I think.
Oh yeah, I feel like give him, I don't know, a few more years time. I feel like they're going to be a real force to reckon with.
Yeah, they could. I think they might get through to the semi-finals because they're going to play in our pool, England's pool. It's either England or Argentina, and they're capable of beating both of those on the day.
Yes, that would be a hard game for England.
Yeah, so it depends if they come top or second. And England are going to play either Fiji, Wales, or Australia. So
this means it's going to be a very interesting weekend. How it turns out for England then.
Yeah, basically, yeah, really interesting. To be honest, if Australia beat Wales, Fiji could even top the group. I think. Yeah.
Okay, I don't think that. Did they have enough points?
Yeah, because I think they got a bonus point or 2 bonus points against Wales, and they beat Australia, obviously.
Yeah.
So at the moment, if Australia beat Wales, depending on how that score pans out, in theory, Fiji could top the group.
That would
they
be
could also. So
just have to wait and see.
Yeah, interesting, isn't it?
Yes. But yeah, I'm just glad there's more rugby and I can watch more games. Is it one today? Or is that tomorrow?
I might want today. Sorry about
that. No, it's all good. I'm just gonna have a quick look. I think it's tomorrow though. Oh no, there was one today, so it's Italy and Uruguay. It finished full time, Italy 37, 38 even, Uruguay 17. So I might
Closer than I
have to check
thought.
it. Have to check the highlights of that later.
Very good.
Obviously, that's a nothing game. I think they're at the bottom of their pools. I can't remember.
Yeah.
Anywho,
Anyway, let's move on. Let's talk
let's
about
move it
something
on.
else
That was
before we
nice.
lose
That
all
was
our
good.
few fans we have.
That was good. I like that. Okay, so what is the first story you're gonna go with?
So I was reading an article earlier today when I was looking at these for articles for us to talk about, and I found the one about two people who have been arrested in China for knocking down the Great Wall of China to create a dirt road for construction. So I think that basically they're trying to make a shortcut from what the news article seems to imply, so they could get to and from their towns easier for construction works. It's not before anyone gets the thing. It's not the really famous bit, the massive bit. It's like a smaller rundown part, but it is still the Great Wall of China.
It's still, that's like, one of the big monuments of the world. You think like, oh, let me not break it down. That'd be like someone, oh, let me just go, touch up the Mona Lisa. I'm sure I'll do a great job. Well, you know you will.
Well, there was that lady and I can't remember
Oh,
who touched up that
yeah.
fresco. Yeah,
That just to me, I was just like having that image in my head again. That's so funny.
Yeah, that was funny.
You ruined that picture.
My wife. We might flash that one up. My wife said it's also like if someone just decided to try and drive through Hadrian's Wall, just like decided they wanted to get to their farmland on the other side of Hadrian's Wall, so they're just knocked a hole in it.
It's just crazy, and you can't just think it's a good idea.
Clearly, they did.
Like, you know what? It's been here long enough. It's got enough praise. Let's just move on with it. It's had its time. Oh dear.
The drug smugglers will be using them in America. They'll be hiring these two people for if America ever builds their wall in Mexico between America and Mexico.
It's just absurd, isn't it? Like, how do you think you're gonna get away with it as well?
I don't know. Funny though.
But then you think like, who's patrolling the walls? Like, I don't know, like the distance, but like, who's like patrolling the walls all the time just to like just keep things in check? That's got to be one hell of a job.
I imagine so. Although
Or unless I was gonna say, unless you have like a little drone and you just fly around, and that'd be a lot easier actually.
that would be. I suppose there's probably images of a hole appearing in the wall.
There's also that. Or like Google Earth. I mean, how often did they update that? I don't know.
No. Anyway, it's a 2,000-year-old now hole in the wall. So amazing.
Well, they did it. Mission, they did it. They got what they wanted. Thing is, what happened to them? Did they get arrested or?
They did, yes. They got arrested for I don't know how long they're going to go down for, but I imagine a while.
But then you also think like, is it really that bad? Like, is it worthy of sending people actually to prison though? Because yes, one thing it's a national monument, but also, do you think you belong with other really bad people for that? Like, I'm talking to really bad people. Obviously, I don't want to say certain things, but I'm like, can you really put them in the same category? Like, oh, I just cut a hole in the wall time. Like, yeah, that's annoying. Like, come on, think better. But also, do you deserve to be with the really, really bad people? You might get shanked. I'm like, probably not.
Maybe not, but they maybe should have thought about that before they put a hole in the wall.
Yeah, well, sometimes you're not thinking straight, are you? Clearly. Like, I'm not defending what they done, but I don't think they deserve prison time. I'll probably give them a fine, and probably that's about it. But actual.
No, sorry. What I was going to say is, to be fair, they must have not been thinking straight for quite a while.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's not like a decision where you can just be like, "Oh, there you go, it's done." I imagine that was continuous hard labor work. So you get halfway through, you're like, "I don't know if it's a good idea or not."
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Odd ones.
Talking about odd ones, you've got some interesting stories for us this week, I think.
Well, I don't know about stories, but I go with story. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. So back to tinfoil hat territory.
We never strayed far.
I just love it though, because feel like we so desperately want now just to be aliens, and we want it to be like super obvious. But we also like the evidence that we are getting. I use evidence in the lightest terms is actually looking so ridiculous. So the news article is basically like this little statue has been found in Mexico. Long story short, just not to bore people, and it's been doing all sorts of like X-rays and stuff on it. And I'm like, why though? What does that really mean for anybody?
That's apparently made of all one creature. What is making me laugh though is that they look just like the aliens, supposed aliens, look just like
Generic.
look, yeah, like the generic aliens you see in
Generic.
movies. Like, they're just like, I'm not gonna lie, if aliens exist, they probably don't look just like what they look like in the movies.
So boring. I'm like, really? Because then that means like our imagination is kind of right, and I'm like, I don't want that. I don't know what I want, but I just want it to be otherworldly. Like I want to like gasp when I see it. When I look at that, I'm like,
It looks like
let's
ET.
be honest. If like aliens came down now and they all look like that, I don't think we'll be surprised.
No.
I think we'll just be like,
If they look
cool.
like ET, we'll be like, hey, flipping that film was bang on the money all those years ago.
Yeah, I don't think we'll be shocked. But if they just looked otherworld, I don't know how to describe otherworldly, but just something we're not ready for, then yeah, I think that'll be a lot better. But looking like that, I just be like, just another day of weird news. I don't think I paid that much attention, to be honest. Which is kind of sad when you think about it.
Clearly, we're just talking about it and laughing about it. So if it is really aliens, we are screwed.
Probably. Like they'll probably come down if they look like that, and we'll just start laughing. We're like, well, is this it? This is what we're waiting for, the grand reveal after so many years, so many like weird little clips, little TikTok videos, and this is it. And you're like, well, it's not worth the hype, is it? Because I feel like we're at a stage now where like that overstimulated with like stuff going on all the time. It's just like,
You want a phone home, mate? You want a phone
yeah,
home?
like, you lost. Do you want to need us to reboot your sat nav or what's going on, my guy? Like, what's good? Just walk up to you like, what's good? Did you crash? What's going on?
Oh, dear. Yeah.
I genuinely think that's how like most Earthlings, how most people would respond.
Clearly, how
Just
you and I would respond.
yeah, I just don't think we'll be that phased unless it started to look like stuff out of like I don't know, like sort of certain Star Wars films. Then I'd be like, yeah, okay, a little odd. But yeah, if you just look like a little green man, I'm like,
It'd be funny if like it looked like a T-Rex or something. Like our dinosaurs got wiped out, but theirs developed super intelligence. I don't know, like an alien that can drive a spaceship who has tiny little arms.
I'm literally just so big that I was like, just a T-Rex, still like almighty and powerful, but still got the same small arms. That would be hilarious. But yeah, I don't know if that maybe like we talk about that much, like it's just like an underwhelming subject now. Like I think we lean more now towards like AI taking over the world than aliens.
Maybe we'll be invaded by AI from other planets.
It's a possibility. If they do, could they be like Transformers? That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
That'd be really cool.
I think we've already imagined that. Could it be more like I don't know.
Well,
All right,
we kind
Transformers
of already
second.
imagined everything because there's nothing new under the sun. So you might as well go with something like at least kind of cool. So if it was like Transformers, I'd be like, not bad.
Must be a giant manta ray.
We're kind of weird. But yeah.
Giant robotic manta ray. There we go.
I just feel like the alien thing now is a little underwhelming. Will I probably talk about it next week? Probably.
So underwhelming. We talk about it every week.
Just I don't know. I just want like some real good evidence, like something that's just doesn't look slightly daft. Like maybe there's more into it. I'm not reading enough into it, but come on. We're at the age of like HD quality cameras, and we can't catch nothing but like little tic tacs. It's beyond annoying.
I know, terrible.
Like all of like the sort of military forces surely must have seen something by now. Like you spend that much time there, you all got like these advanced stuff going on. Just release the files, bro. Release the files. People are ready. We want to see some good stuff.
Oh dear. Yes. Well, anyway, talking about evidence.
Okay.
Talking about evidence.
Okay.
There was a story about a yoga class that got invaded by police officers because they thought it was the scene of a mass murder.
I can kind of see it though.
That was
Oh,
a very bad segue, but I enjoyed it.
yeah, like talking to evidence, I'm like, where's he going with this? But I kind of off with it. But I'm gonna let him cook. I'm gonna let him see what he's gonna say. But very odd. But then you gotta think like that'll be like the most organized murder scene ever, because obviously you'll be lying in like one direction if it's all at the end, and all like more or less lying straight, and you do like the meditation bit at the end, so you're proper like zenned out, arms to the side. So that would be quite funny because they were like, oh, at least he's an organized murderer. So, he had the time to put everybody in their little positions, nice enough to put them on a yoga mat, nice and comfy.
We're looking for a yoga fanatic.
You know what I mean?
Also, where did someone see a load of blood, or did they just think like they'd all been like gassed or something? Like it must have been a very as you say, a very serene murder scene of a load of people lying down, doing downward dog, upward facing monkey, and leftward facing giraffe.
I hate that you do it because I genuinely like yoga and you've just a little bit annoyed me. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little bit triggered. Oh dear. Well done. Well done.
I have absolutely no problem with yoga. I just enjoy making up names.
I mean, some of them aren't far off, to be honest. They are bizarre names, but yeah, it is what it is. It's just, I don't know. How do you walk past something like that and just think, yes, murder scene?
I don't know. To be fair, I walk past some things at work and think that might be a murder scene, but that's
Yeah, that's fair.
just because people are gross.
What goes on at your place? Are you sure you want to talk about this? You might have to cut this out, my God. That's a little sus.
I'm, I'm joking, obviously.
No, we'll just cut this bit out. They'll never know.
No, never.
Second time you've done this, by the way.
I just always going to get in trouble with work for saying things.
I mean, probably no one ever find it, but it's just kind of funny. You're just throwing your teammates under the bus continuously. Oh
I
gosh,
was joking this time, but it was funny.
that's so funny. I actually don't want an explanation. I like it's just let your mind wander. I don't want an explanation. We'll just leave it there. They're poor guys. They're probably the most normal guys.
But they are blessed.
What they
Well,
actually do, but then
as normal as people get.
Oh dear me.
Oh dear.
Quite funny.
Anyway, there we go.
Yeah. Yeah. I think we've reached the point of marveling in the madness now. So I think we'll call it there.
Oh, but there is one last story.
Is there one last story?
One last story.
Oh, we're going for a long one then. Okay.
We've talked about robots. Sorry. It's important though, because we've talked about robots, and just to say they're not quite there yet, because some robots in, I think, Cambridge had to be rescued by the fire service after the co-op delivery robots, I think it was, got stuck trying to get over over the fireman's hoses, so they couldn't cross the road. So the fireman had to fireman's carry them across the road.
Well, so yeah, we don't have the overlords quite just yet then.
Not quite yet, no. I just thought that was a nice thing to finish on.
Yeah, true. We still have a long way before, we start getting taken over.
A little way yet.
Throwing teammates underneath the bus.
I didn't say it was any of my teammates.
Oh, colleagues.
Just the murder victims.
Poor guys.
There's all the people doing yoga at the desk. That's what.
Oh, poor guys. And women too, but funny. Funny.
Oh dear. Anyway.
All right. Funny stuff. You little weirdo. I think we'll bring it to a close. Yeah,
Sure.
cool. Unless any other work-related stories, I'm guessing.
We're so professional.
I'm always professional. I don't bring my work into this.
Oh, dear.
Oh dear. So thank you for watching. This has been Marvin and the Madness. Have a great week. See you later.
Have a good week.